All right, we're back, baby. Welcome to the show. I'm Timmy B. We're here for Fight League Atlantic's FLA 19. Just a few weeks down the road, it's going to be in the Moncton Coliseum, Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. This is FLA 19. You do not want to miss it. This episode of FLA Exposure brought to you by, of course, our presenting sponsor for the year, Mr. Donaire, mrdonaire.ca. Go check him out. We all love Mr. Donaire. Now, look, today on the show, we have a face-off between two men that are going to blow the roof off the Moncton Coliseum. First up, I'm going to bring in a man representing Evolution Training Center. You all know this man from Fredericton, New Brunswick. He is Mr. Entertainment, Ben Leece.
What's up, guys? Are you sick of me yet? Every chance I get to keep freaking yapping and talking shit all the time. I never cease to seize the opportunity. I always do it. I don't shut up, man.
Dude, that's what people want, man. People want to know the fighters. They want to get to know you. They want to see your personality. But Ben, before you get off the handles here, I'm going to bring in your opponent. You guys are meeting in a 205-pound professional bout. This is your debut, and this is this man's sophomore appearance. He is 1-0, a perfect 1-0 in the professional ranks. He also is from Fredericton, New Brunswick. He represents Synergy Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Here is the beast, Jake Cunningham.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me.
What's going on, buddy?
Living the dream, brother. Just going through the process and excited for April 12th.
There you go, man. Guys, this is so exciting. Look, we all know what happened at FLA 18. The lights go out. The stadium erupts. The crowd chants, "Let them fight, let them fight." The event went off without a hitch. It was incredible. Like, kudos to everybody involved and all the fighters. It was an amazing event. But FLA 19 shaping up to be so much more. I want to turn it over to you, Ben. You are making your pro debut after only 4 amateur fights, 2 years in the making. What makes you make this change now?
Yeah, man. Well, honestly, dude, like, I kind of wanted to take more amateur fights, but none of the big amateurs really want to fight, man. Big guys, I noticed big guys in general barely train, to be honest with you. Like, no one's really training that much, and everyone's ducking each other, and yeah, that's really it. You guys will take one fight, then you'll never hear from them again. It's like, and they got a lot of promise. Like, all the big guys that are fighting are pretty good. Like, you know what I mean? They got a lot of potential, but they just sitting around, man. I think they just like weightlifting more than training. So my goal was to win the amateur title. And I wanted to be, my vision originally was to be amateur double champion. I wanted the heavyweight title. I wanted the light heavyweight title. I wanted to have both. It'd be cool. But the problem is nobody fight really. And then the one guy who would be worthy of fighting for the title, Chris O'Toole, he fucking beat me last year. And then we became buddies, and we've been training quite a bit, especially for this camp. We've been training like every weekend together. So, like, the plan was to be the amateur champion. That was my goal. But then things didn't play out that way. And I hear the professional title I hear it's heavier, and I hear it's a little bit shinier. So we'll just shift the crosshairs. We'll shift it from the amateur. We'll just move it up one rung on the ladder, man. And we'll go after the pro belt now. That'll be the new goal.
Well, there you go. But look, you have, and I'm not, situated on the screen here. I'm not between you two. So if you guys come to blows, I can't stop you. But even if I was, I couldn't stop you. But look, here you are, the beast. You're taking on this man that I'm sure you've been out for like 2 years. We haven't seen you since FLA 10. You make your pro debut. Then you've gone AWOL. Where have you been? And is it the thrill of Mr. Entertainment that is bringing you back?
No, not really, if I'm honest. The way that my world works is my busy season for work is from March all the way through until about October. So realistically, to commit to a fight camp in that time, I did when I fought Rob Logan. I was able to do it thanks to the support of my employer, Shadow Security. But realistically, I run 2 provinces. I manage over 600 employees. I do a lot of like VIP work. So that kind of takes, my attention away from being able to be in fight camp. My training doesn't necessarily stop, just to be clear. And I do love weightlifting, but you know, I got to do something to maintain while I'm on the road in the hotels and everything that I can. So I've been grateful that there's a lot of teams in St. John, Moncton, and other frequent places that I travel that allow me to come in and get some time on the mats with them. But realistically, it's just this is the time of year that makes sense to be able to put in the type of commitment that a fight camp takes. And you know, I've been calling Ben's name since October of 2023. When I messaged FLA about it, they said he just wasn't ready for it yet.
Second amateur fight, Jake. That's why.
Oh, that's
you're
okay,
fucking
man.
pro,
I mean,
man.
like you said,
You're professional, calling out, trying to scout out the minor leagues, trying to scout the minors out. The second amateur fight. Well, and don't lie, man. And don't you be lying. You know, I guarantee you, man. I guarantee you. I wish I could bet on this, but there's no way to do it. If I hadn't called you out, you would not be fighting on this card. The only reason why you want to fight is because I pissed you off. You want to beat me up. But keep it honest now. And I live fights too. You want to beat me up.
I didn't even know about your call out till a week later.
Yeah, I know, but it got around. It got around.
I watched the video when it got posted on YouTube. It was on Saturday, and I was like,
it was pretty good. It was a pretty good. It was a good fight too. It was a good. It wasn't
bad. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you would not be back if it wasn't for me calling you out. Let's get that. It's okay to admit that. It's not a big deal. You don't got to big league me, okay? I know for a fact that if no one said your name, you wouldn't be fighting, man, and that's fine.
I can't
just be honest, man.
But just let me get an answer here, brother. Like,
I'll let you go, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jake.
I was hearing a bunch of bullshit, man.
But here's the thing, though. So Jake, like, it is that call out, though. I mean, like, look, right now already, you can see you can see Ben's heated, right? He wants this fight.
Real.
But Jake, this has to add to the excitement, though. Like, if what you're saying is true, and your workload is what it is, so that you can only really take maybe 1 or 2 fights in a year, and this lines up perfectly. Having an opponent like this, though, has to spark you up.
Yeah, no, like I said, I've been asking for Ben since October of 2023. I think it was the first time I asked. You know, quite some time ago. But realistically, yeah, like I've wanted to fight Ben for a while. I thought, Ben, I respect you as an athlete. I think that you're a good matchup. I think that, you know, like we've trained together, we sparred, we grappled.
I like you, Jake. I just have to fight you.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, no,
man.
Like
after we fight, it's going to be good. I'm just competitive, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, I understand being competitive, my man.
That's all it is, brother.
You know, so what it is that, yeah, it was definitely a motivating factor for Ben, who I've been asking for to call my name in the ring. You know, he's Mr. Entertainment on the mic, so that's great. I think that's a great piece to have in the FLA pool. But realistically, my last 2 fights combined, even though they're separate, are 41 seconds combined, both ending with finishes. You know, Ben, your last fight was 3 rounds. You know, and you know, I expect that, you know, ours isn't going to be, you know, 30 seconds or 11 seconds or anything like that.
The difference is I'm not fighting Rob. I'm fighting Hayden Laybolt, man. You should go fight. You should go fight Hayden and see how you do.
I don't expect our fight to be short term, my man.
I will say I could probably get Rob in 7 seconds, man. I could probably do it in less time. I think my dad could probably beat Rob up. My dad's 50. He could probably beat Rob up. I think my little brother. I think everybody could beat Rob up, man.
Yeah, no, I think we saw that when he fought Matt McDonald as well. You know, he got laid on and smashed by a guy that's smaller than him. All respect in the world to Matt McDonald, you know, but, you know, before that, I fought Fabian as well. And that was after breaking my leg, you know what I mean? So, like, I come back from a story that shows resilience and perseverance and being able to overcome shit. And, you know, at this point right now, in this time of my life, like, Ben is one of the things that, you know, I'm pushing to overcome, persevere through, and be resilient with, you know, and that's what it is. You know, my name got called, and yes, that's a motivating factor. I don't think that's the only reason that Ben and I are matched up, because, like I said, I've been asking for, you know, over a year. But at the end of the day, we get to go, we get to meet, we lock the cage up, and just see what the result is. You know, I think we probably have differing opinions on what the result will be, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, on April 12th, we'll all find out what it's going to be.
Yeah, like it's going to be an incredible night for sure. Again,
we're the most exciting fight on the card.
Like every fight, I'm not going to argue with you, the beast, but every fight on this card is absolutely insane. Every
Yes.
fight on every FLA card is always so fantastic. That's why you go get your tickets at fightleagueatlantic.com. That's the only place to buy tickets. Don't get fooled by anything. Fightleagueatlantic.com. Go tell your friends, buy your tickets now, buy tickets for your friends. Because if it's anything like FLA 18, which I say is the greatest Canadian MMA event of all time, that's what FLA 18 was so insane to me. FLA 19 shaping up to be so much better. Ben, you're hearing all this from Jake. Obviously, the fight is here. It's coming up. How do you see this fight going? Obviously, this is a big opponent for you because if you're making your debut, wins and losses matter, my friend. More so, some may say, than in your amateurs, right? Amateurs, they say, hey, a loss is experience and that's okay. But in the pros, it's a big thing. Between both of you, one of your O's must go. Ben, how do you see this one going?
I'm going to take his ass out, man. That's what it's going to be. He's going to come in hot, man. I'm expecting that. And, yeah, we'll see how she goes, right? But I predict 1-0 for Ben Leece. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
But as for the mentality thing that you mentioned earlier, every time I step in there, it's just, I don't think, oh, it's amateur, oh, it's pro now. Pro is just, my actions got to change. I gotta put more work in the training room. I gotta have sharper skills. I gotta be better. But honestly, man, every fight I've been in, I've never thought, oh, it's just amateur. It doesn't matter. Like when I lost last year, man, I'm still pissed about the loss from last year. And I came back and won, and I've turned professional, man. I don't like losing. And, I'll rip off Moicano on this one. Now that there's a little bit of money on the line, I cannot afford to lose, brother. I can't afford to lose. I'm a broke college student, man. I need that freaking win bonus, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not coming for no half check. I'm coming for a full payday, man. And, we're bottom level. It's not a big payday, but any payday is a good payday for me. So I'm coming to win. I'm coming to put on a show, make a fucking statement. And I'm coming to get my bag too. On top of that,
that's right. And look, you talk about it. Now you've mentioned it a few times though. What is the difference between the training and the preparation? I know you're saying like, hey, I was treating the amateur differently, but you did say that you were training even more or taking different steps. What does that mean exactly? Because as we know, there's tons of amateurs in Fight League Atlantic. So when they're looking up to you to going like, hey, here's Ben Leece making that switch. When I make the switch, what do I have to do when I go pro? What's the big difference for you?
Honestly, man, it feels like the jump from being a boy to being a man. Like, you don't really think about it, difference between a 3-minute round and a 5-minute round. But once you start doing them, you realize that, man, it's different. It's different pacing. There's elbows and knees. Okay, there's no one coming to save you. It's like it resembles more what UFC looks like on TV. And,
right.
It comes down to it, bottom line, more rounds, more time in the gym. But this time around, I started working with a strength conditioning coach. His name's Dano Woodland. I think he's from here, but he lives out in Ontario, and he's Boreal Fitness is what the name is. You guys want to check it out? I'm plugging him right now. I don't care. I'm plugging.
Shout him out.
I don't care, man, because he's really been helping. Him and I have been working together for a bit, and just taking the game more serious. Like, my diet's on point. I'm already lighter than I was when I was in the cage last time. I'm coming in light for this fight. I'm coming in fast and lean for this fight. And I'm working with a strength coach. These Shark Tank rounds are no joke, man. We step into the fire, man. One thing, you say what you want about me. I'm not afraid of an ass whooping, man. I dish it out. Like, I'm prepared to take it, but I come to dish it out, but I have no problem freaking taking a hit, man. I'm coming in. There's no corners cut this time around, man. There never was corners cut. But sometimes you don't know how much you can do until you do it. Like, every time I was training for an amateur fight, I would swear, oh, this is the hardest I ever trained. This is the hardest I ever trained. Well, then that fight happens. You move on to the next one. You train harder than you did last time. So, I'm sure fights from now, I'll probably be saying, oh, man, I'm training way differently than I used to be. That's just, it's a jump. 9-minute fight versus a 15-minute fight is a big gap. And to those who don't do it, it's hard to really comprehend unless you start implementing that change. So,
yeah. And that's the thing too. And that's the thing too. Like you bring up great points because there is all that adversity and stuff like that that you've gone through and things. And Jake, of course, you're mentioning how you had your surgery and you bounced back from that with 2 big wins. I want to throw it to you though, Jake. Where do you see your keys to victory here against Ben Leece?
Yeah, I think that it could play out a lot of different ways. To be honest with you, Ben's a great competitor. He's technical. You know, he has some great tricks in his up his sleeve. But you know, I think it comes back to one of the things where Ben needs to correct himself a lot when he's talking. You know, no corners cut this time. Well, I never cut corners, but you know, definitely not this time. Never was cut corners. Things like that. So those type of statements, I think, tell me.
I wasn't talking about you, man. I was talking about
No,
me.
I know that. I'm
Just worry
to
about you, brother. I don't worry about what I said about you. It doesn't fucking matter. We're gonna fight. Just talk about your camp. Don't worry about me. I wasn't dissing you. If I was dissing you, I'll just tell you straight up if I'm dissing you. We're gonna be fighting here in less than 3 weeks. I'm not sneaking at you. Just tell
I
me
think
about
you're
your camp.
misunderstanding what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is that you know, I read into how people speak. You know, what they're saying, what they're really saying, and what they're trying to project. And like I said, Ben's a great competitor. He's technical. He's a great athlete. You know, I think that he's going to come in with a plan. I know he's smart. I know that his camp is smart. I've trained at Andy's. You know, since I was like 16 years old, I trained back years ago. When I was 16, so Ben, you were probably about 12 years old at the time.
I was young. How old are you? 29?
Yep.
I'm 22, so yeah.
Yeah, so when I was 15,
10 years old, man.
Yeah, about 9 years old. And I was, you know, scrapping with grown men at that time. You know, and it was back in kind of the OG days where getting a fat lip and a bloody nose at training was you know, common. Now we like to play a little bit safe, but realistically, I've been in the grind for a long time. You know, before Ben even had thought of it. I've been a part of this world for a long time. I'm known in the community. And hopefully in all the best ways, but I know there's always people with other things to say. But you know, like I said, like I've been in this game a long time. You know, I haven't had a real opportunity to show how technical I get. You know, like in the cage. My fights have been short. You know, I'm grateful for that. Less damage is always a good thing long term. But yeah, I think that everybody's going to be surprised about what they see. And I think that, you know, Ben included, and all due respect to you, man. But, you know, I think that anyone who fought so far, you know, all great competitors, Hayden, Chris, so on and so forth.
You should fight them. You should have fought Chris. You had the chance to fight Chris.
Yeah, sure.
You could have. If you're so technical and you're so much better than all my opponents, how come you haven't fought them? Let's see if Label. I think Label would do you in 2 rounds. To be honest, man. I think Chris would get you in 40 seconds. To be honest.
So, again, I think you're misunderstanding.
You want to talk? Don't be dissing my competitors. I've been competing.
I'm not. I literally just said that they were great competitors.
You've been fucking on Facebook taking pictures, you know, at these security events and shit. I've been fighting these guys. So like, you know, this isn't what have you done. This is what have you done for me lately, man. And you haven't done shit lately. That's the bottom line. So just focus on your training camp. You know, I wish you good health, wish you good training. I don't wish anything bad on you, but you know, just focus on you. Don't worry about, oh, I was 10 years old and this and that. That don't fucking matter. I'm here right now and I'm ready to go. That's what matters. So you just focus on making the fight. Make weight this time too. Make weight this time. Okay. I will do the same. I know we both cut weight. We're going to make the weight together. Okay. We're going to have a good fight for these fans. And, you know, I will shake your hand after the fight, man, but let's not stray too far from the path here. Okay.
This is going to be an incredible fight. Jake, I want to ask you though, like there's seeing this right now. I don't know. Is there a mayor in Fredericton? The mayor of Fredericton should be handing the winner the key to the city. Is this something that we can organize, Jake?
I'll call my contacts, see what I can do, but you know, like I said, like Ben, you're a great competitor. You're a great athlete, man. We train together. I know you're technical. I know you've improved since then. Your game has evolved. Like I did say, your opponents are all game opponents. They're all great opponents. They're all athletic and fantastic and technical and talented. I wasn't, you know, dissing them or dissing you or your abilities or theirs. Quite the contrary. So what I'm trying to do is lay out a compliment for you, but feel free to take the mic whenever you want, I guess.
I don't
So
accept.
we'll see what April 12th brings.
I'm not complimenting shit, man. We're fighting. And then I'll compliment you after the fight, but we're fighting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We got 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. We're fighting. That's it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look, if anybody's watching this interview, or when they do watch this interview, if you're not going to go to FLA 19 on April 12th, Moncton Coliseum, or at least watch it on pay-per-view, you're insane. I want to see the entire city of Fredericton in those stands, because this is the battle of Fredericton's finest, man. This is a huge bout, professional bout. The debuting Mr. Entertainment Ben Leece versus the 1-0 beast Jake Cunningham. Look, but we got to get out of here. But before I do, I want to give you both like 1 minute to say a final few words. I'm going to give it to you first, Jake.
Yeah. So thank you, first of all, for the opportunity to come on here and speak as much as I could. And I'm excited. I have a great group of people around me, supporters from all over. Moncton feels like home to me as well. Just through work and through everything that I do, Moncton is a second home to me. So I feel like I'll be more at home there than someone, even with a large Fredericton crowd coming up. Wish you nothing but healthy next 3 weeks, Ben. Excited for it. Let's go.
Thank you, Jake. Mr. Entertainment, last words.
Yeah, likewise, Jake. Yeah, like I said, I was going pretty hard on you today, but I do wish you good health. Wish you make it to the fight, man. We're gonna have a good scrap. But let me just cool myself down for a sec. I want to thank the people that have been supporting me. I want to thank my sponsors, my friends, my family. I know my girlfriend Ashley's sitting in the living room with her family watching this right now, so I'll shout her out because she's always giving me shit about not shouting her out. So
yeah,
hi Ashley. I'll look at the camera.
Yeah.
Thank my sponsors. I want to thank my students too. I'm sorry for swearing a bit much today. I teach, help Andy teach a lot of martial arts down at the gym. I got probably some of my students be watching this. Do as I say, not as I do, we'll say. I got a little caught up in the heat of passion. But I think the people know what it's gonna be, man. I'm not gonna say any cornball shit. I was gonna say unstoppable force meets immovable object, but basically two big guys from the same area. We're gonna fight. And one guy's gonna hurt the other guy. It's one of those fight people look at it one way or the other, but I don't see it going the distance. I'll say that. So,
look, man.
Thank you everyone for the support me. I'll end with that.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Ben Leece. Jake Cunningham is going to be an incredible night of fights. Again, FLA 19. Get your tickets. FightLeagueAtlantic.com. Tell everybody you know to get out there and watch it. I want to see that caravan from Fredericton to Moncton. The whole city just traveling in droves to get out there to watch these two men fight. It's going to be an incredible night, guys. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see it. To everybody out there, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Thanks,